with no makeup on, which I would normally never allow anybody to see, but something really bad is going on. There is a cop car behind me here, as you can see. Well, it's actually in front of me. So what happened, I don't know if you remember, but I posted a picture of a house that had a bunch of Pence and Trump signs and a Hillary for prison sign, and I have to pass it every single day. And I was passing it today, just a little while ago, on my way to go pick up Ben from school. And there was a big, ugly redneck guy standing in the driveway, so I gave him the finger, which I'm allowed to do with my First Amendment freedom of speech rights. And this motherfucker got in his car and chased me all the way down the block, down St. John's, down towards Ben's school. I haven't even been able to pick up Ben yet, because this motherfucker has this one in this car with the fucking red flag, with the American flag. Has been talking to him for like 15 minutes almost. He talked to me for about 2 seconds. I told him what happened. This guy has been taking pictures of my car. He got in his car to chase me, and he's been chasing me and taking pictures of my car for a while. And he's talking to this cop like he has the right to get in his car and chase me for simply expressing my freedom of speech, First Amendment rights. This is your Donald Trump supporter, America. This is your Donald Trump supporter who gets in his car and chases a 5-foot-tall, 102-pound woman, and the cop is talking to him for a really super long time. The cop took my license. He's talking to the guy. So there's the guy in his Audi, and on the side of his Audi is, the Trump Pence stickers, and he's taken photos of my car, including my license plate. So I'm gonna film him yelling at the cop, yelling at me. So I'm just gonna keep this going until the cop comes back and speaks to me and explains to me why he's not taking that guy in for chasing and harassing and threatening me and scaring me. He was driving so fast, super close, right behind my car. All I did was I rolled down my window, I gave him the finger, I said, "Back off, you fucking racist," and instead he just keeps chasing me. So instead of going to pick up my son from school, because I did not want this fucker near my child's school, I turned around and followed a cop and honked my horn and flashed my lights until the cop pulled over. So that's where we are sitting here right now. This is what's going on. This redneck guy is still talking to the cop, and all I have done is expressed my freedom of speech, First Amendment right. All I did was this. And I'll continue to do this to every fucking Donald Trump supporter who decides they want to mess with me. All I did was, I gave him the finger, which for me, if you know me, is super mild thing to do. But once he got in his car and he actually chased me, then that's when it becomes a legal problem. Hi, sir. We're recording this just because I'm on social media and I have a lot of followers, and that guy chased me and threatened me and scared me.
Okay, how did he threaten you?
By driving his car super fast behind my car and honking his horn and coming after me and taking photos.
What do you mean coming after you?
He was standing on his driveway and then he jumped in his car specifically to chase me.
Okay, what did you do prior to that?
I did this.
Okay, so you...
Which is freedom of speech. I said nothing. I did.
Action.
Freedom of action. This is, okay,
speaking.
Freedom of action, protected by the Constitution, my freedom of speech to call him a racist, but I did not step on his property. I did not get out of my car.
Okay.
I didn't chase him or threaten him. I didn't do anything to him except express myself with my hand. So when he started chasing me and he started taking pictures of my car and my license plate, then I rolled down my window and I said, "Back off, you racist." Maybe I said the F word a few times, but
okay.
It's freedom of speech. He does not have the right to chase me, harass me, scare me on my way to my son's school.
Which I've explained to him.
Okay.
I've explained to him that he's not allowed to follow you.
Thank you.
He is allowed to get your information, get your tags if he cares, if he does so much.
Well, and what would that do? Why would he get what would that do?
Because he's claiming that you're a public disturbance. And
I'm a public disturbance because I gave a man the finger.
Can you
Yes,
give me
sir.
a second?
Go right ahead.
All right, so you understand that he lives in a school zone? I mean, you're driving through it, so you know that he lives in the school zone.
He doesn't live in the school zone.
I have his address right
he lives
here. So.
Okay, so?
Okay, so just he's complaining that basically you're using foul language. You're
Aw.
yelling, and that you're
Aw.
talking to other people that live around.
I'm not talking to. I've never
Ma'am,
spoken to
can I-
any
can
of
I
his
just-
neighbors, sir.
Can I talk for a second?
Yes, sir. I don't
Okay.
live in his neighborhood.
So I'm not saying that you do.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what he's reporting. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. But
So
he's lying.
What
Okay.
what he's reporting tells me that you could be. I'm not saying you will be. I'm not saying you did this or didn't do this. The actions that he's explaining by are around. That can be considered a public disturbance, and you can be cited for it.
Okay, may I explain? There were no children around. It was not in front of the school. He does not live that close to the school that anyone was around. I did not pull into his driveway. I slowed my car down in the street in front of where he lives. He happened to be standing there. I wasn't looking for him.
So you admittedly stopped in front of his place of residence.
I slowed down when I
used
saw
foul
him.
language, is that correct?
No, I just gave him the finger at that time.
so
I
you
did not
obscene
speak. I did
gesture.
an obscene gesture, yes, because
Okay,
that's a problem. That's a reason to jump in your car and chase
Okay,
somebody almost all the way to their child's
I'm
school.
just gonna let you know that if you stop in front of someone's house, he didn't really do anything to you, right?
Well,
If
it's
you know him,
offensive
you
to
said you didn't know him.
No, I don't know him. I'm offended by the fact that he has a Hillary for prison sign, which is his First Amendment right, and that's fine. But it's my First Amendment right to voice my displeasure with it in the way that I did, which I did peacefully. This is not peaceful. This is absolutely not a peaceful way to respond to what I did. That's threatening, that's
so
chasing, and I could press charges against him for doing that. That's harassing behavior.
Okay, harassment means he's threatened you by conduct or voice.
Well, that's conduct.
So
Chasing me
I told
quickly
him
behind
that-
my car.
I told him that he shouldn't be following you.
Uh-huh.
So breaking
threatening-
traffic laws is illegal, okay? Threatening to harm someone or property,
Uh-huh.
that is illegal. That is called harassment, okay?
All right, but chasing me and being super close to the rear of my car,
Okay,
that's
so-
not harassing?
That are causing violence or causing an argument to the point of violence, now you can be held liable.
All I did was give the guy the finger,
Okay,
and he
so
jumped in his
my-
car and took
Ma'am,
a
my
physical
question to
response.
you is, why would you even go out of your way to do that?
I didn't go out of my... I stopped my car because I saw him. Because I'm angry about this election, sir. Because people
So why
like
are you
him
taking it
are...
out on him?
Because he was standing there. I gave him the finger. I said
So
nothing.
If you're doing that, what's to stop you from hitting someone?
Why would I? Because I am a
if you're letting your
5 foot tall,
emotions get you-
104-pound
So
woman,
you're clearly
and I
letting
would
your
not
emotions take the benefit of you. Why
What's
are you
wrong
just,
with that?
Just move on.
move on.
I'm
There
telling
is
you,
a
I'm
racist,
giving-
xenophobic maniac running for president, and that guy is supporting him. And if I give him the finger,
I'm not going to get into a
that's a
political
peaceful.
argument with you.
I'm not
I don't
asking you
sit
to.
on one side or the
My
other.
point is that I silently protested something I did not agree with,
But you
and he
didn't
acted in
silently
a violent.
protest it. You went out.
This is a silent protest.
You went out of your way to cause physical action.
No,
to
I
make-
didn't, because I did not think that he was going to get in his car and follow me. I didn't get out of my car.
Okay.
I didn't turn my car
All right,
off.
look, what
If you want to
what
give me
you
my...
need to do, what
okay.
you need to do is stay away from him. Don't drive by his residence anymore.
Well, I don't have a choice. I
I'm
have
gonna-
to drive by his residence
All right,
to get
I'm
my
gonna tell
son.
you- I'm going to tell you what. He's got cameras outside of his house.
That's
If-
because he knows
all
he's
right,
a
I'm
threat.
Listen, I'm just telling you.
Yeah?
If he decides to report in and has repeated incidences of you driving by his property and doing these obscene gestures, or worse yet, actually threatening someone or saying
I
something.
can't believe you're going to protect the
No,
guy who
hey,
chased me.
Will you please let me talk?
Know this.
What I'm
know
telling
this.
you
Women are going
is
to
you
stop
cannot repeatedly go after someone because you're political.
this. I
beliefs.
haven't
I'm telling you,
gone
you're in a very
after
gray
him.
area.
I gave him the finger one time.
Okay.
And if he's too much of a pussy to be able to accept that from a woman, that's his problem.
Here's your license.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You can tell him if he ever does any threatening behavior again, I will
would
press
recommend that you just drive on next time, okay?
You know
don't-
what?
don't
It's my
start
it's
fights.
my right as an American.
I agree that it's your right.
It's my right. I
also,
silently
for your
protested.
safety,
My
with the people
safety.
that are out there, I
see, because
would,
men have the right to threaten
no,
women.
I would recommend that you don't start fights.
I didn't start a fight. I
Okay,
gave a
if-
man a finger who was standing in his
Which is-
driveway while
which
I
is
was
starting
driving
a
by.
fight. Which
Okay,
is
that's starting a fight. I'm a shit starter.
I
That's
need you to
me.
move on now.
I'm moving on now. That's your police work at there's your tax dollars at work right there. Okay? Men will always have the upper hand on a woman in this country until we elect a woman who shatters the glass ceiling. Okay? So that's what happened. I want everybody to share this with everybody that you can. I certainly will. That motherfucker, I'm not allowed to drive by his house because I gave him the finger. That's your GOP nominee. That's the fucking pussy who wants to run our country. We will not let this happen. Dublin, out.